On this episode of Hopeful Romantics, we discuss how to know when he or she is the one. Welcome back to Hopeful Romantics. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Denice.
Hi.
She's the one for sure for me.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, come on.
Praise the Lord. Say
You know,
more,
come
say
on.
more.
But how do you know when the person you're dating is the one? So this is not for the married people. Guess what? You're married to them, they're the one. So, all right, we don't want you. Well, I don't know. I'm married. It might not be the one. No. You made that decision. That's the
Right.
one. But for all my people out there dating, we want to make this just for you. Maybe you're single and you want to date again. How do you know when he or she's the one?
Right.
Well,
That's a good question.
Yeah, and we're going to give you 3 keys to knowing when he or she's the one.
Yes. 3's the number, people.
3's the one? Number. Make it easy.
Yes.
Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean.
How'd you know when I was the one? Let's talk about me for a little bit.
I just saw you. No, literally, I didn't know. I mean, when I saw you, I knew that you were cute, and I was like, oh, he's fine.
I don't blame you, girl. I don't blame you. You
No,
ain't
but
lying.
honestly, like really, I think just also spending more time with you kind of uncover a few things with, about people. And I did that with you when, as we didn't really spend a lot of time, but we spent a lot of time on the phone and on Skype, and asking questions and all that stuff. Yeah. Let's dig in.
Well, you know what? And I'll share with you, how did I know you were the one? I knew you were the one when the things that I was praying for, the things that I really like, those top 3 things I value, which is like someone who could be a great wife, a loyal wife, and a good mother, someone who is a fellow Christian. That's one of my core beliefs, if not the core belief. And then someone who I was attracted to and could have fun with. It was like those were like the 3 indicators, and then you get to know the person.
Yes.
But, by the time we were dating, we weren't trying to be casual daters. We was like, look, if you ain't the one, I ain't wasting no time. And now you have to spend time getting to know that person, but if you wasn't serious and I wasn't serious, we would have kept moving.
And also the same values, that you share together. So, for me as well, like woman, we have lists. So,
I had a list.
You have a list, but you also pray about it, and there was some non-negotiables for me, and there was some that I'm like, okay, we can work on that. And I think for both of us, non-negotiable was you got to serve the Lord. Like you need to love Jesus, because Jesus be the center of your relationship, of your life. And that was a non-negotiable for me.
And you may be watching this and that's not your core value. What is your core value? For us, that's how we stay sane, because we know a lot of people do a lot of things and you might make it fine, but we know for us, we've done it without Jesus and we've done it with, and we do it a lot better with Jesus. Yeah.
Exactly.
I tried it without. It didn't work for me. It might work for you.
Right.
It didn't work though.
It didn't.
I need all the Jesus I can get. I need them in the morning and the noon.
Oh,
and the
goodness.
night. Come on,
Yes,
somebody.
you do.
All right, anyway. So
take me to church.
Come on. Let's get into the 3 keys to know if he or she is the one. Are you ready, Denice?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go. Number 1, do they respect you? Wow. Now, this is a big one. It's a big one. I know.
Yes.
So, number 1, respect. Do they respect your time? Do they respect your values? So when you tell them, hey, church is important to me, or when you tell them, animals are important to me, do they respect that? Or do they say, oh, whatever, who cares? Do they respect your body and how you want to be treated and the boundaries you have?
Right, that's good.
Do they respect all the things that matter most to you, your family? What are your thoughts on that, Denice?
I love that, and before you asked me, how did I know you were the one, I want to share it as we talk, and you talk about respect. Now, I consider myself a very independent woman, okay, when I met DJ, and I think I was so strong in my character that I was like, ain't nobody gonna tell me anything or anything. No. The fact is, when I met DJ, I respected him so much that DJ could tell me, no, I don't think you should do this. Oh, no, I think you should do that. I was like, oh, okay. For me, I didn't think like, who do you think you are? You're telling me. No, I had so much respect for him. And I saw the values that he carries, and that he believes in. And the fact that he loved, again, I'm going to go back to the fact that he loved Jesus. It just made me, it made it easy to respect you.
Well, and you respected me because I respected you, right? Imagine if I would have came to you. You don't know anything, silly woman. Let me tell you how it goes.
Oh, shut up. Sorry.
She told she just came out of her.
Like,
that,
no.
that was just a scenario. That was a scenario. She came with to shut up.
Why?
See, look,
No, I've heard so many people talk like that. Like, why are you saying that? That is disrespectful.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me in our fake scenario to shut up. Sorry.
No.
I thought you got heated for a moment and just came out. Okay.
No.
Well, yeah,
I was just saying that, when people talk, as you were explaining, like, oh, shut up, what are you doing? No, that's not the way to talk.
And we see that with some married couples where they don't respect each other, and it comes out in conversation. I'm sure you've been around some awkward situations where you're out with a couple and you're like, ooh, this is awkward. Right? Because they never built a foundation of respect. Well, if you don't build that in your dating time, it's hard to all of a sudden get it in marriage.
Right.
So again, if you're married, get some counseling, talk through some things, watch more hopeful romantics. But honestly, it starts with the respect.
Right. It does.
You have to respect, your body, right? You and I chose when we were dating to wait until we were married to have sex, right?
Yes.
We didn't start out that way before meeting each other.
No.
But we decided we're going to honor God and we're going to honor each other. Imagine if I kept trying to grab you and you told me, DJ, I want to wait till we're married to have sex. Mm-hmm. And I didn't respect that. And I kept trying to grab you, right? That's probably not the one, because if you really hold that valuable, then I need to respect that.
Absolutely. And I think that, some people, when they communicate that with their partners, they probably think, that's not going to last very long, you know? And so some people don't really respect the fact that this is how my partner feels. If your partner feels or tells you that they want to wait, you got to respect the fact that they wait. You can uncover, why do you want to wait? Why is it so important for you to? And we talked about that. We both said, we're going to wait. We've done it, like we said, without Jesus, and then we did it with him, and we decided to wait. And I think for me, it was important to respect your values, respect the fact that you want to wait, although I also wanted to wait. But I actually was so happy that I met somebody that had that was on the same
right, because not everybody would have that same value. And whether it's sex or if it's faith or if it's, again, things you are passionate about, maybe it's the environment. You really want to respect the environment. Maybe you're a vegan and you respect animals and not killing animals, not eating animals. The person's like, I don't care what you want, and that's stupid. Well, then that's probably not the one, right? So it's just these little, it seems simple, but sometimes we want a partner so bad that we compromise our values. And then all of a sudden you end up married to someone who felt that way the whole time, but you just ignored it because you wanted to get married. And then here you are in a marriage where you don't respect each other. Exactly,
because people think they can change each other.
Come on,
and that's important. Don't think you're gonna change your partner. If their partner behaves the same way, it's gonna flow through your marriage. There's no change. It's changing you yourself, but there's no changing your partner. If that person disrespects your values and who you are, what you believe in your desires, there's no way this person is gonna respect you in your marriage. So that's just.
That's a great place to go to number 2 now, right?
Yes.
Because first of all, you have to have respect for each other. Number 2 question to know if he or she is the one is this: are you friends?
Oh, yes.
Now, if you think about Hollywood, right? You see people fall in love and there's butterflies and they're smiling and oh goodness, I just feel so in love and I know he's the one and she's the one.
I'm sorry, yes.
I didn't feel now granted, you should be excited about the relationship, but you got to be friends before you feel butterflies. Sometimes the butterfly is just excitement. Maybe it's just you're turned on by that person or it's lust. You might have gas. I don't know. Why you got butterflies in your stomach? But a true relationship, from what we've seen, people we've watched, people we've learned from. They have a friendship, because when stuff starts changing and things get saggy. Not saying that's you. No. I was talking about not you. No, we're not. No, not you. I was just looking to you as I was talking, not about you. Other people, whoever's over there. When stuff gets saggy and people change, are you friends still? Because if it's just butterflies. Then
you're so silly. No, but it's so true, because butterflies is just for that time. You know what I mean? It's just
and it's good to have butterflies.
And I still get butterflies. When my husband shares, look at my husband. I'm like, oh, hey, you look kind of cute there. I still do get I still do get that little feeling. But he's my friend. In my language, we say chomi. He's my chomi, for real. Like, he is really the person that I come to. He's the person that I talk to. He's the person I want to be around with. He's the person I like being around with. He's my friend. Like, I know people's got my back, out there, but ain't nobody gonna have my back like my husband. That's just it, So this is my friend. And that's how it's supposed to be. But how do you become friends? You communicate. People don't want to talk anymore. People just want to be.
Yeah.
True, right?
You're spot on. And so that's why friendship is so key. And I was making jokes about sagging and changing, but we talk about marriage vows and sickness and in health, right? You talk about if you have butterflies and all of a sudden that person gets a terminal illness.
Right.
I hope you have a friendship where someone's going to walk through you with it.
Yep.
That's how you know they are the one. Mm-hmm. That's how you know they're the one, because they value you as a friend, not just as a piece of meat, not just as someone they're infatuated with, not someone they like hanging out with, but we are friends and we're in this to the end, right? Like same way your best friend would be with you through challenges. Mm-hmm. That's my job as your best friend, that no matter what goes on, I'm going to be with you.
Exactly, because life happens in marriage. That's just, it is what it is, And when life happens, you got to have your buddy with you, Somebody that will take your hand, that will pray with you, or say, don't worry, we will get through this, we will make it. And somebody that will smile with you when you smile, somebody that will cry with you when you cry. Mm-hmm. So you have to have that friendship and really establish, that's a foundation.
I agree.
Really, you can't build a steady house or a solid house if you don't have a good foundation.
I agree. Are you ready for number 3?
Yes, I am.
All right, last one. Number 1, do you feel respected? Number 2, are you friends? Number 3, you need to pray and have trusted advisors in your life. Now, again, we're pastors, we're Christians, right? We couldn't make this decision without prayer. We needed to ask God, help me make the decision. Now, in our experience, God is not like, son, that is the one, right? Like that didn't happen. Yeah. But you start to get like, God, help me understand. God, give me some signs, show me something, give me peace. A lot of times it feels like peace, right? I have inner peace about this person. And then even with prayer, or if you don't believe in prayer, I don't want you to stop the video or stop the podcast, but you need trusted advisors. And not everybody in your life can be a trusted advisor. So who are some examples of a trusted advisor?
Oh, my mom.
Yeah.
Listen, so just to be just open and just give it to y'all, I've made mistakes in my life. And when you've made mistakes and you go back and you think about, okay, how could I have done that different? How could I have acted different in that situation? You learn a few things, and that's why it's so important to go back. If you made a mistake, or you didn't really succeed in something, go back and think about, okay, what is the lesson in there? And for me, because I made that mistake, I realized, I'm like, man, my mom has been the one to always tell me, don't do that, Denice. That's not what God wants you. He's not the one. Don't do that, But in my own thing, I was like, man, you don't know. I'm in this situation. I got to make it happen. And what happened, it was not forever at all. And so for me, I prayed and I said, if my mom says no, it is no. It is. I'm not even gonna try and talk about it or try and convince her if she says that's not the one. Because for those who know my mom, she's a woman of God, and she and you might not have that person in your life like that, but you do have somebody that you trust that really loves you to the point where you can say no. If that person knows it, because sometimes we don't see it when we in it, we don't see it, but people around us can see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for me, that was one thing. And another thing that I wanted to also share, when you talk about prayer, is when I met, and we knew that when we in it, this was it, but I prayed about it. I said, God, is he really the one? Like, I don't want to make that mistake anymore. God, I want you to tell me. If not, I will cut it off. Like, I'm good. But then I prayed and I got my answer and I got the peace. And that's when I went to my mom and I said, listen, I know you love this boy. Okay, but you need to. And he's like, no, I do feel this is the one. You want to share how you got to, or should I share?
Sure. No, I'll share. I think I just want to go back and revisit something you said in first. Is that not everybody has a mother who's a trusted advisor. Maybe your mom has been in a lot of poor relationships, or maybe you guys aren't on the same. But the thing, it made your mom a trusted advisor. You guys had similar values.
Yes.
You respected the marriage that she had with your dad. You respected her values she has now.
Right.
So if to find a trusted advisor, you need to find people who are ahead of where you want to go. So people who, let's say, you want a successful marriage, well, find another couple with a successful marriage. You want to be a great parent. Yes. Find couples that are great parents to their kids. Their values align with your values. Or maybe you want your values to align with their values.
Yes.
So that's what a trusted advisor looks like. So because you found your mom,
yeah.
But you're like, well, maybe my mom isn't like that.
Right.
Find someone who is where you want to go.
Yes.
And have them advise you in your relationship. Because if you can't take feedback about the person you're with, then they're probably not the one, because you're hiding things, right?
Exactly. And just to kind of go, just to talk about what you're saying too, is when the person tells you no, listen. Go pray about it, maybe, but listen, hear them out. Because I found it and I've had it before happening, that somebody told the person, don't do it. I personally was like, that's not the one. And the person just went ahead. It's not jealousy. It's just some people can really just see it like, don't do it. That's not the one for you.
Well, let's talk about that, because there are, and I'll end with this, there are some people who may be jealous of your relationship. Maybe they're not good friends. Those are not trusted advisors. So if you trust them, that means you have to trust their insight into your life. That's why not everyone is a trusted advisor.
Right.
So you need prayer and trusted advisors. The Bible says there's safety in the multitude of counsel. Yeah. What type of counsel? Good counsel.
Yes.
That is aligned with your values. So if you can find something like that, honor them, bring them in the relationship early. Don't wait till you're about to marry the person. When you're first dating them, hey, I want you to meet my friends. If they don't want to meet any of your friends, they're probably not the one. If they don't respect your friends, they're probably not the one. If they don't want to be friends with your friends, they're probably not the one. And so you start to identify things, and you can eliminate people pretty quickly. Don't settle. Do not settle.
Please don't settle. God's got somebody for you. Don't settle. I know the feeling of settling. Do not settle. It is not worth it. Can you imagine if I just waited a little longer? I didn't have to go through a detour, to get to this point. God has something for you, somebody for you. So don't settle. Yeah. I feel very passionate about it, and I have to really reiterate, because I feel some woman, you have such high values and you value, and then you find this person that keeps bringing you down, and you're like, no, you keep convincing, and people around you tell you that's not the person, and then you settle. And in that settling, you have to go back to the same people and cry, say, this is not happening. Oh my goodness, my relationship, whatever. No, please. Not worth it.
Yeah, sometimes I think people misunderstand that you think it's worse to be alone than it is to be alone in a marriage, and that's not true. You better be alone by yourself than alone in your marriage.
That's good.
So when it's understanding if he or she is the one you're going to marry, follow these 3 steps, and they're going to help you go a long way, honestly.
Right.
It's helped us. It's helped other couples we know. In fact, we would love to hear your insight into this. So please drop a comment. We're on YouTube, of course. Like and subscribe. We're on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts. You can find us at anchor.fm/hopeful romantics. And that's how you find us. You can leave a comment there, a voicemail. We'll hear your voicemails and we'll answer them. Spotify, you can leave us a message. So that's where this podcast or this episode ends.
I feel like there's so much more that we can
talk
about,
more.
So if you
want
guys want to know more about it, let us know, and we will talk about it, because I think it's really important. Somebody would just go, oh, he makes me feel, ooh, that's the one. No, it's not. So I think it's really a topic we can elaborate so much. So if you want to know more, let us know, and we can continue the conversation.
So what's that feeling? You said, ooh.
Ooh. You can be, ooh, baby.
Ooh ain't enough. Okay. I need a little more than ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you used to go, ooh, it turns into ooh. So
yes.
Father. We'll end on that note. So hey, we love you guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Yes. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share with a friend. We'll see you next time.